the National Competency-Based Teacher Standards, or NCBTS. The domain of diversity of learners emphasizes the ideal that teachers can facilitate the learning process in diverse types of learners by first recognizing and respecting individuals' differences, then using the knowledge about the students' differences to design diverse sets of learning activities to ensure that all of the students can attain appropriate learning goals. Some examples is get to know your students, ensuring that the cultural awareness is promoting the classroom starts in the teachers understanding each individual student. Take the time to learn about each student's cultural background, hobbies, learning styles, and what makes them unique, demonstrating a genuine interest in learning about each student and their culture will help establish trust and allow you to form a bond with them so they can feel valued. Second is maintain consistent communication. Aside from getting to know your student, teachers should also continue to maintain ongoing communication throughout the semester or school year. It's also an opportunity to discuss their progress in the class and offer guidance on how they can improve based on their individual needs as a student. Third is to acknowledge and respect every student. It is also important for students to celebrate and respect their own diverse backgrounds as well as each other's. Learning how to talk about each other cultures in a respectful, matter way or matured way is essential for success in life outside the classroom. And lastly, practice cultural sensitivity. While it is important to keep an open dialogue among students, it's equally as important to make sure you're being sensitive to everyone's culture, beliefs, and language concerns. This consideration will help you to ensure that every student feel included, is given the space to learn in their own way, and it's given a chance to succeed. Familiar with learners' background knowledge and experiences. You can also find ways for your students to contribute their own cultural experience in the classroom. This may mean asking students to show how a topic connects to their lives, or is to give an example of a particular idea as they would experience in their native country. Students can bring music or art from their culture, describe its significance and meaning to their classroom. Demonstrate concern for holistic development of learners. Holistic development essentially means the development of intellectual, mental, physical, emotional, and social abilities in a child so that he or she is capable of facing the demands and challenges of everyday life. These abilities are vitally important for success in professional fields of work. Domain 4, curriculum. Domain of curriculum refers to all the elements of the teaching learning process that works in a convergence to help students attain high standards of learning. An understanding of the curricular goals and objectives. These elements include the teacher's knowledge of a subject matter, teaching learning approaches and activities, instructional materials, and learning resources. Curriculum is a central guide for all the educators as what is essential for teaching and learning so that every student has the access to rigorous academic experiences. The structure, organization, and consideration in a curriculum are created in order to enhance students' learning and facilitate the instruction. Curriculum must include the necessary goals, methods, materials, assessments to effectively support instruction and learning. Demonstrate mastery of the subject. Mastery of the subject matter by the student's teacher means that they can simplify the topic into a main points that can be easily understood by the learners. The student teacher's mastery of the subject matter affects the subject content of the delivery and the understanding of the learners. Communicate clear learning goals for the lessons that are appropriate for learners. Student and teachers have very special relationships. They spend a good portion of the day together with the goal of learning. Throughout the day, teachers communicate or give information to students in a variety of ways and for many purposes. They make announcements in the morning or explain steps for an assignment in math and a review for a task in social studies. These and other types of communications sent are important. Underlying messages to students, such as purpose of learning or the importance of following the directions. To make sure that there is a communication during instruction of content is clear, you need to check in often, asking questions and probably for clarity. During this type of communication, teacher relies on students sharing what they understand and invite them to explain their thinking and understanding. Make good use of allotted instructional time. Effective planning and preparation are essential in maximizing student learning time. Too many teachers underplan and find themselves are nothing to do for the last few minutes of class. Teachers should get in the habit or of overplanning too much is always better than enough. In addition, teachers should always have their materials laid out already to go before students arrive in time. Domain number 5. Planning, assessing, and reporting. The domain of planning, assessing, and reporting refers to the align of the assessment and planning activities to ensure that the teaching learning activities are maximally appropriate to the students' current knowledge and learning levels. In a particular, the domain focuses on the use of assignment data to the plan and revised teaching learning plans, as well as the integration of formative assessment procedures in the plan and implementing of teaching learning activities. Teachers should use assessment strategies that involve students in self-assessment exercise in order to help them become aware of their own strengths and weaknesses. Throughout the entire assessment, communication is the key. Teachers should keep the student, parent, and school leadership abreast of student progress so that all responsible parties can form a united team in the support of the student learning goals. Communication promptly and clearly to learners, parents, and superiors about the progress of learners. Maintaining parent-teacher communication throughout the school year is the key of the student success. To help them open and lines communication, keep parents involved everything child's doing in school, keep them informed about the school events, classroom procedures, educational strategies, assignment dates, behavior, academic progress, or anything school related. Develop and uses of a variety appropriate assessment. Strategies to monitor and evaluate learning. Make assessment to gather information towards your students. The purpose of this is not just to test what you know, but also to help teachers to plan their lessons so that they're more effective. Monitors regularly and provide feedbacks on learners' understanding content. It is also important for teachers to monitor their students' learning for the lessons that you've discussed, giving them quizzes and assignments if there is a progress if they learn. Domain 6. Community leakages. The domain community leakages focuses on the idea that school activities are meaningfully linked to the experience and aspirations of the students in their homes and communities. Thus, the domain focuses on teachers' efforts directed at strengthening the links between school and community activities. Particularly, these links help in attainment of the curricular objectives. Establishes learning environment that respond to aspiration of the community. Establishes learning environments that respond to the aspirations of the community. Meaning, learning happens in an environment where creativity, awareness, inquiry, and critical thinking are part of instruction. Responsive of learning environment adapt to the individual needs of each student and encourage learning by promoting collaboration rather than isolating of learners. Learning environments, whether classrooms, schools, or systems, should be instructed, promote, engage teaching and learning. Domain 7. Personal growth and professional development. The domain of personal growth and professional development emphasizes the ideal that teachers value having a high personal regard, concern for profession development, and continuous improvement as teachers. Takes pride in the nobility of teaching as a profession. Teaching is a noble profession which come with so much responsibility and duty towards the student. Teachers do not only teach a dumb part knowledge, but it is also to inspire and take important steps in life. They keep working to boost the confidence of students and direct them to the right direction. Builds professional links with colleagues to enrich teaching practice. Overall, as with any relationship, it takes time to build positive relationship with your colleagues. Remember to act professionally all the times, to value and respect them and work with them so you will be on your way developing positive and supportive relationship with your colleagues.